Greetings, happiness enthusiasts, and welcome to our exploration into the world of joy and contentment. As we embark on our journey today, we step lightly into a topic that carries profound weight, yet is often shrouded in mystery. It's a topic that could impact us or someone we hold dear, and that's the complex world of depression. Now, don't be dismayed, we're not here to darken your day, but rather to shine a light on the unseen, to equip you with knowledge and understanding. Because you see, depression often doesn't announce its presence loudly. It's not always the evident tear-streaked face or the solitary figure in the corner. Sometimes it's hidden in plain sight, disguised as everyday moments or behaviors. Understanding these hidden signs is crucial. It's about empathy, about being there for ourselves and for others, about navigating the choppy waters of life with a little more grace and a lot more compassion. So join us as we delve into the unseen side of sadness, the hidden signs of depression. Our first stop on this journey takes us to the realm of profound sadness. This isn't the occasional melancholy we all face from time to time. It's a persistent, all-consuming sadness, a lingering gloom that refuses to lift. It's like a fog that blurs the sunshine, tinges everything with gray, and makes ordinary life seem like an uphill battle. This is the first hidden sign of depression, persistent sadness. We all have our bad days, don't we? Days when we feel low, listless, and everything seems a little harder. But imagine if those days stretched into weeks and then months. Imagine being stuck in a loop of desolation, with no apparent reason or escape. That's what persistent sadness feels like, and it's a common symptom of depression. Yet despite its prevalence, it's often overlooked. Why, you ask? Because sadness is a part of life. It's a natural reaction to loss, life struggles, or an injured self-esteem. We've all been taught to suck it up and move on, but when sadness starts to seep into every aspect of your life, affecting your ability to work, sleep, eat, and enjoy once pleasurable activities, it's not just about moving on anymore. It's a sign that something is seriously off balance. It's important to understand that persistent sadness isn't always about crying or appearing visibly upset. It's not just about feeling down. It's a constant state of unhappiness that lingers in the background, even when there's no specific reason to be sad. It's a feeling of emptiness, a lack of joy and enthusiasm, a persistent low mood that just doesn't go away. And because it's so quiet, it's easy to miss. It's easy to chalk it up to a phase or a rough patch or just a side effect of being too busy or stressed. But it's more than that. It's a signal, a warning sign. It's your mind's way of telling you that something is not right. Persistent sadness, a quiet cry for help, often lost in the hustle and bustle of our daily lives. So if you or someone you know seems to be stuck in a state of constant low mood, don't ignore it. Reach out, talk about it, seek help. It's not just a phase, it's a sign, a hidden sign of depression. As we proceed, we encounter another hidden sign, the invisible wounds of self-isolation. Let's take a moment to delve into the depths of this often misunderstood sign, self-isolation. It's a term we've all heard, especially in recent times. But what does it mean in the context of depression? Well, it's not just about physical solitude, it's about emotional withdrawal as well. Imagine a friend who used to be the life of the party, suddenly preferring to stay in rather than join in the fun. Or a colleague who was once the first to lend a hand, but now seems distant and unapproachable. These changes could be chalked up to a busy schedule or a change in personality. But sometimes, it's a cry for help that goes unnoticed. Self-isolation in depression isn't about being an introvert or needing some alone time. It's a drastic change in social behavior, a retreat from people and activities that were once enjoyed. It's the overwhelming sense of being trapped within oneself, unable to reach out or connect. Why is this sign often misunderstood? Because we live in a world where independence and self-reliance are highly valued. We applaud those who can stand alone, who need no one. But there's a fine line between healthy self-sufficiency and harmful self-isolation. Moreover, the digital age has created an illusion of connection. We see someone's posts on social media, we send a quick text, and we assume they're okay. But behind the screen, they could be struggling, feeling more alone than ever. It's important to remember that self-isolation is not a choice for those suffering from depression. It's a symptom, a manifestation of the pain they're going through. It's not about wanting to be alone, it's about feeling alone even when surrounded by others. If you notice a loved one withdrawing, don't assume it's just a phase. Reach out, ask if they're okay. Sometimes a simple conversation can make a world of difference. Self-isolation, an unseen wound, often dismissed as a need for solitude. But remember, it's more than that. It's a cry for understanding, a plea for help. It's a sign that shouldn't be ignored. Continuing on our journey, we stumble upon two subtle yet significant signs. These signs, often overlooked, are changes in sleep patterns and alterations in appetite. Let's first dive into the realm of sleep. It's a common fact that we all need a good night's rest to function optimally. But when depression silently creeps in, it begins to tinker with our sleep. Some might find themselves sleeping too much, enveloped in a cocoon of blankets for hours on end, seeking solace in slumber. Others may suffer from insomnia, tossing and turning, their minds buzzing with thoughts and worries in the dark of night. What makes this sign particularly elusive is its commonality. We've all had those restless nights and groggy mornings, right? And it's easy to dismiss these changes as the result of a stressful day at work or a late-night Netflix binge. But when these changes persist, when sleep no longer becomes a refuge but a battleground, it could be a sign of something more profound. Now let's turn our attention to the dinner table. Changes in appetite can be another subtle sign of depression. For some, comfort may be sought in the form of food, leading to overeating. For others, depression may cast a shadow over meals, making food taste bland and unappealing, resulting in weight loss. Like changes in sleep, alterations in appetite are often brushed off as the byproduct of stress or a busy schedule. But when these changes become habitual, when food no longer brings joy or satisfaction, it's time to take notice. So let's not underestimate these two signs. Changes in sleep and appetite are not just mere lifestyle alterations, they can be telltale signs of an unseen battle being fought within the mind. These subtle shifts, often attributed to stress or lifestyle changes, may indeed be the whispers of depression, asking for our attention, urging us to seek help and support. At the end of our exploration, we uncover the fifth and final sign. Our journey now brings us to the last, but surely not the least significant sign of hidden depression: the loss of interest in activities once enjoyed. This is a subtle yet pervasive change that can be easily overlooked or misunderstood. Imagine this: you're a passionate painter. Every stroke of your brush brings life to the canvas. Every color you mix adds depth to your masterpiece. But suddenly, the colors seem duller, the inspiration wanes. The canvas remains blank, not because you've run out of paint, but because you've lost the drive, the interest, the joy you once found in painting. That's what this sign feels like. It's crucial to understand that this loss of interest isn't the same as simply getting bored or changing your preferences. When we grow, it's natural to develop new interests and let go of the old ones. But this isn't about growth or change, it's about losing the pleasure and satisfaction you once derived from activities you loved. It's not about finding new passions, it's about not feeling passionate about anything at all. This sign is often misinterpreted as laziness or indifference. But it's not as simple as that. It's the depression pulling the strings, making things that used to bring joy seem dull and uninteresting. It's not a choice, it's a symptom. This sign is a tricky one to spot because it often happens gradually. You might not even notice it happening until you look back and realize that the things you used to love no longer hold the same appeal. It's like a candle slowly burning out, leaving only darkness behind. But remember, recognizing the signs is the first step towards seeking help and healing. Understanding this sign can help us, or our loved ones, to not just label it as a phase or a change of heart. It's a call to action, a nudge to seek help, to seek understanding, to seek healing. Loss of interest, a hidden struggle, often mistaken for laziness or a change in preferences. As we conclude our journey, let's revisit the landmarks we've discovered. We started our exploration by identifying the first sign of hidden depression, a change in appetite or weight. This could be an increase or decrease, but the key is a noticeable shift. Next, we ventured into the realm of sleep patterns. Insomnia or oversleeping can both be red flags. Our third and fourth signs were a loss of interest in favorite activities and an unusual increase in fatigue or loss of energy. Remember, these signs are often subtle but significant. Finally, we discovered the fifth sign, a persistent feeling of worthlessness or excessive guilt. This can be a challenging sign to spot, as many people are adept at hiding their inner turmoil. Remember, recognizing these signs is the first step towards the pursuit of happiness. Until next time, stay aware, stay compassionate.